Yo, what's up guys? Today I want to talk about why every man should get on dopamine detox. Why every man should stop listening to music everywhere, like all the time. Stop watching porn, that's a big thing. Stop watching so much dopamine-filled content. Why you should stop doing all these things. Because, see, now we can't focus. We live in the age in which we can't work for long hours, in which a minute spent without listening to music or talking to someone or listening to anything is a wasted minute, or it's a minute that never happens. Literally. It's a minute in which we are bored, in which we try to seek for some dopamine. And we became that. We became that dopamine-seeking robots. Our dopamine receptors are fried. Think about it. You wake up and first thing you do is check your phone. Maybe scroll on it. Perhaps for hours. And then you maybe get to work. And when you get to work, you can't focus. Every 5 minutes you keep checking your phone. Every 5 minutes you're like, oh my god, it's so boring, I don't want to do that. We became these dopamine-seeking robots when we wake up and strive for dopamine. Everything. Food, social media, lust. Like, you're in a mall and if you look at the girl a certain way, it's all bad. It's all very, very bad for you. Yet we still do it. But I want you to work on it as well. I want you to improve. I don't want you to stay this low attitude, super sad, poor, bad looking, very negative in everything. I don't want you to be that. I want you to improve along with me. And I want all of us to get on dopamine detox. Because we need it. We need it more than ever in a human history. Think about our grandparents. They would turn on TV, if they had one, and there would be 3 channels. They wouldn't have hundreds and thousands of them. They would have 2. And, alright, I guess we were watching this shit. They wouldn't seek for dopamine. They would read newspapers. They are boring as hell. They would read books. We stopped doing that. How many of you read books? How many of your friends read books? In my case, I think, I could name only a few people who do. Which is a big problem. Because we can't sit down and consume knowledge from a book. Because it takes longer. Because you perhaps have to pay for it. It's boring. We don't do that. But we can learn so freaking much. Of course, many books are garbage. I agree. I've read plenty of books that I couldn't find any application for. But still, I read. And it trained my brain to not seek for dopamine, for cheap dopamine in particular. Because dopamine is good. Like, the idea of dopamine is good. You do something, it makes you feel good, so we should reinforce it. Like, you meet your friends. Your dopamine spikes up. But that's what social media uses. It uses your strive for dopamine to keep you here. To keep you consuming. Don't be a consumer. Be a producer. That's a big part of a book called The Millionaire Fast Lane. I have that book on my shelf. I've read it 2 or 3 times. I took time. I sat down and read the fucking book. And that's what you should do too. It taught me that seeking dopamine is not good. Yeah, it says that I should not consume, that you should change something. So ask yourself, when was the last time you stayed in silence? With no music, with no anybody talking to you, just pure silence. It's been a long time, huh? Of course it was. So, after watching this video, I want you to sit down, close your eyes, and meditate for 3 minutes. It's just 3 minutes. And I'm telling you, you will be bored. After a minute, you will be like, fuck, when is it gonna end? But don't, continue. You're not gonna start flying. You're not gonna start levitating. No, that's not what meditation is. But I'm telling you, if you do this consistently, your life will be better. If you get on dopamine detox, your life will be a lot better. So what are the signs you really, really needed? First, and I think most important point, is your absence from your reality. Because it's very important when you're talking to someone that they feel heard, that they feel that you listen to them, that you're walking and your head is not somewhere else, that you're here listening to them, that you're here talking to them, and your head is not anywhere. They will feel it, and they will know that you're not present, or that you're not completely present. So if you're absent from reality, you should get on dopamine detox. Second point. If you read a chapter in a book, or a page in a book, and you have no clue what you've just read, it means that you cannot focus. That your dopamine receptors are so fried that you can't focus for like a few minutes. That's the second point. Third point. You can't work for longer than 30 minutes. Or even shorter. If you can't work for 10 minutes, you must get on dopamine detox. Imagine not being able to work for 30 minutes continuously, without checking your phone, without doing all this shit. Just pure focused work. If you can't work for that long, you should get on dopamine detox. The fourth point, I already talked about it. If you don't listen to music, you're bored. Like anytime you don't have music blasting in your ear, you're bored. That's also a sign that you need dopamine detox. And the fifth point is very obvious. It's procrastination and laziness. If you're procrastinating all the time, and if you're lazy to do the work, if you don't want to do it, if all the time you're complaining, you must get on dopamine detox. And if you had any of these 5 points, I really, really recommend you getting on dopamine detox. So please get on dopamine detox. Thanks for watching. Type in comments your questions, and see you guys till next time.